in verse 10, Guruji says, how the path of doing yagas and yajnas is not very suitable and applicable for most of us in Kali Yuga, because the basic requirement is very high, which we cannot fulfill. The amount of achara that is needed to follow in that path, and also the ingredients that we need to perform the yagas and yajnas have to be very pure, and there are some rules that we need to follow, which is very difficult to get in this yuga. So it's not very appropriate for us. And then we saw the path of Raja Yoga, in which you need to have absolute sense control, and that is also not a very recommended path. So today we are going to start with the verse, 12th verse. Yeah. சுவையான உணவுடன் சுகமான வாழ்க்கையில் மனமடங்கும் என்பது உந்தி பர மடமையே ஆகும் என்று உந்தி பர. In this verse, Guruji is talking about Jnana Marga. So for Jnana Marga, the basic requirement is Vairagya. And also, we need to stay away from bodily sensual pleasures, which is very difficult. With that statement, we can understand how difficult it is for us to follow. So Guruji tells a very beautiful story of how attached we are in this world. Very beautifully, he gives us a story, which is very easy for us to understand if you hear that story. So Bhagavan once comes down to this world, okay, and he wants people to come back to him somehow. So he's looking at everybody. They're going through so much difficulty. So he wants to pick somebody and offer them an opportunity to come back to Vaikuntha with him. So he's going down the streets. He sees a street dog. So that dog did not even have food all day. It was struggling. So Bhagavan thinks, let me help this child. Let me take him back with me to Vaikuntha. And he's going and explaining it to that dog. You please leave this world. He's explaining that I am Bhagavan. I've come to take you back to Vaikuntha where you will get everything. Please come with me. Then the dog is saying, no. If I come with you, there is another street dog in the next street that will come and take this lane also. I cannot leave and come. Generally, it is said dogs have that territorial control. It thinks it has to take care of this family, it has to take care of that street, so cannot leave them alone. So Bhagavan thinks, okay, I did my best. And he goes further and he sees a pig. And he offers to that pig to come back with him. So the pig does not have to be in that chakadan alone. Yeah? It doesn't have to eat all of the food that is there left, all the trash that is coming. And the pig is hearing all that and he says, I will come, but will I get this delicious food there? Otherwise I don't want to go. Bhagavan thinks, Romba kashtam. So he goes further and he sees an elephant. And he offers that elephant, come back with me to Vaikuntha. You won't have any more sufferings in this world. Do you want to come? Then that elephant says, give me one more day. Because that Yanai Pagan Solon, whoever is taking care of this elephant, always hits him with a stick. And this elephant wants to crush him down. Give me one more day. Next time when he is coming to hit me, I will nasikidran. I'll crush him down and come. Because that vengeance, that attitude, elephant says, I am not coming. Guruji says, that dog, that pig, that elephant, we all have those kind of things. We have attachment to the family. We have that attitude of anger, greed. I want to take revenge on this person, vengeance, jealousy, greed. We have everything. When we have all of this kind of attachment, how can you even think about giving up all that, developing that vairagya and attaining Bhagavan? Adi Shankara says this is like a person who is in the samsara is thinking it's a log of wood, holding on to a crocodile to leave, come out of this world. That crocodile is like this bodily attachment that we have that we don't want to leave. Another thing is, to practice this Jnana Marga, the most important thing is sense control, which is the control of what you are eating. That's why in the first thing that Guruji says, Suvayana Unavudan. We all want very good food. We cannot even control our tongue. We don't even have to think about delicious food. We cannot even give up coffee one day. So it is very easy for us to understand how we are so attached to our food and senses and all of that. It is said what we eat is very, very important. Our consciousness and what we think is based on that. The best part with Guruji, the way he explains is, for everything Guruji tells us a katha which will sit in our memory for long. We'll never forget that. Even to this one, how important what your eating is, Guruji explains that with a beautiful story. There was a person who was very interested in spiritual progress. He wanted to give up everything. He gave up his family, all his relatives. He had lots of gold and silver, lot of properties. He gave up everything. He left his home and he was wandering the streets to understand that ultimate truth and realize Bhagavan. As he was walking through streets and living a life like that, one day he was feeling very thirsty. So he wanted to go and drink some water in somebody's house. So he knocks the door. It was dark by that time, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So somebody opens the door and he is asking, please give me some water. I'm very thirsty. I'll just drink some water, rest some time outside your house in this tinai and I will leave. Then that person says, okay, wait. And he goes inside. He brings water in silver vessel. Chombala he brings. And he tells this person, drink this water and take this silver pot and go. Don't knock the door again. This person was wondering, what is this? I just asked for water. He's giving in a silver pot and he's telling me, keep it, take it and go. He drank that water. And he felt, he said, take the silver pot and go. Maybe the number next time when I feel hungry, thirsty, or when I want some water, this will be handy. Then he sleeps in that outside his house. Next day morning he gets up. He's wondering, I gave up my family, I gave up all my property, wealth, gold, silver, everything. Why am I feeling I want to take the silver pot? How did I get attached to the silver chombu? And then he's hearing some noise, salasalap. Then all the neighbors are screaming and coming. And they're all saying, you know what? There was a thief inside this house that you are staying outside. The thief was trying to steal everything in that house. At that time, this person went and asked water. That's why he didn't want any disturbance. He said, take this water and go away. Because he didn't want to be caught. Because he got that water from a thief and drank that water, he felt he got that feeling to take away that pot and go. See how important it is what you are eating. That is why we should never eat anything without doing Naivedya to Bhagavan. You can, trust me, you can feel the difference if you eat prasadam throughout your life. When you eat one day outside which is not offered, you can feel the difference. And even if you are in a situation you could not cook, you are going out and eating in a restaurant, you are in an office, you are in some cafeteria, you are eating some food, we have to say Govinda and eat. It becomes prasadam. So that is why what we eat will drive how we think. The consciousness and the food are connected. That important it is. So that's why in this verse, first sense is control of tongue, then comes all the other senses. That is why Guruji in this verse he is starting சுவையான உணவுடன் சுகமான வாழ்க்கையில் மனம் அடங்கும் என்பது உந்தி பெற மடமையே ஆகும் என்று உந்தி பெற. So it is absolute foolishness to think living a life very comfortably with all the sense enjoyments one can attain Bhagavan through Jnana Marga. It is the essence of this verse. We will recite this verse together twice and then conclude it. சுவையான உணவுடன் சுகமான